everybody, my name is Aisha. I am the founder and now co-editor of The Outsider's Guide, and for this week's Saturday post we're going to talk a little bit about ways that you can stay politically involved and really still create political change now that the election is over. Now, this election was really important for a lot of reasons, but one thing that was different is that young people were really encouraged to participate. Now, don't be mistaken, young people have always been involved in activism, right? Like even long before the March for Our Lives, long before the climate strike, young people have been creating and they have been like at the forefront of most movements, but we haven't always been encouraged. And this year we were encouraged to be poll workers, we were encouraged to do phone banking and work for campaigns. And now that that's over, it's kind of easy to feel like we aren't being welcomed or encouraged to go into politics. And especially if you're a student of color, it's really easy to feel like politics aren't for you. Not that many politicians look like us. Often they say kind of bad things about us. Often it doesn't seem like their policy is looking out for us. But that's changing. And in order to be part of that change, we really need to stay active. So I have a couple students who have been politically engaged before the election are going to continue to be after the election in different ways. They're each going to talk to you about what they do and how you can do it too. If you have any questions about it, you can leave a comment under this video, you can email us, you can DM us. There's a lot of different ways to interact with us, but we really hope that if you take anything away from this video, it's that politics can be accessible and that you really don't have to be 18, you don't have to be white, and you don't have to be privileged to be involved. There are a lot of different ways to do that. All right, I'm gonna pass the mic.
Hi, my name is Stephen Dames and I'm a senior at the High School of American Studies at Lehman College. Though there are many ways to be politically engaged, one of the easiest and most engaging ways that I've done it is by working on local political campaigns. Throughout high school and middle school, I've worked on a number of local, statewide, and national campaigns. Though they all had merits and all taught me something, far and away the best way to work on a campaign, especially as a young person, is on the local level. Working on a campaign for state senate, state assembly, or city council will teach you a lot about government, the issues in your community, not like the issues of a random person in Ohio or Florida, and how politics works from the ground up. While working on these campaigns, I've been involved with many different areas of work, including simple phone banking, door knocking, text banking, constituent relations, policy work, communications work, and social media work. There are endless amounts of jobs to be done in a campaign, and I'm sure no matter your interest or skills, there will be a job for you that you're going to want to do. Another benefit of local races are that they are the only ones that would ever pay a young person, though it's still not entirely common. Especially progressive and socialist campaigns lately have been moving in the direction of paying all their interns and staff. This is obviously great and something you will only see while working on a local campaign for your community. One last benefit of working on a local campaign is that you're able to make a substantive difference in your neighborhood or your community, and that you will actually be able to help those who really need helping. To most bigger political campaigns, you are merely another body or a name on a spreadsheet, but with local races, you are a face and a name who is capable of real change. Though it might be slow and frustrating, by working on one of those races, you can help those who are in need and change the system from the ground up through simple political work. Though lower-level jobs on campaigns are seldom advertised, if you see a candidate that you'd be interested in helping, just shoot the campaign an email, and they will most likely respect the initiative and take you on board, even if it's just an unpaid position. Other great positions to look for these jobs include political organizations, political groups and clubs, community organizations, and just at your school. Thanks.
In our current political climate, it's very important to stay politically and socially active and aware. So I know that with a lot of the work that you're doing through link trees and documentaries and cards and all these other different things, you can really feel like a lot of the work that you're doing is kind of falling short. You can feel like you're not really having much of an impact beyond like the 5 people that you know. So one thing that you can do to feel like you're having a larger impact and a larger voice is try to join advocacy groups and org work. So I am part of an organization called Integrate NYC as a director. So we all have different jobs and we do different things, but we all have one main goal, which is to dismantle a lot of these segregative and discriminatory practices in New York City schools, trying to dismantle the school-to-prison pipeline and get better teacher and working spaces for our students. I joined Integrate NYC because I was kind of doing similar work with a student board with trying to create a better environment for specialized high schools, but I felt like a lot of the work that I was doing could have a larger impact, and I felt like I wasn't really doing as much as I could. So I found Integrate NYC, and through that I found a lot of goal-orientated and like-minded people who cared a lot about the issues I also cared about. So org work and advocacy groups can be a really good way to find like-minded people and find a space that you feel that your work is going towards something bigger, better, and greater.